It's been 1 year in this apartment. Don't mind SpongeBob in the back. I am moving out of my apartment and I'm moving in with my mom. Yeah, unfortunately. But mom, if you're hearing this, it's fortunate that I am. So I actually made a video when I first moved into this apartment, and now I'm moving out. Time flies, you know, when you're having fun. I mean, not so much fun, because if you guys don't know, I'm going through a divorce and we've kind of just been separated for this year, and then now we're finally just finalizing everything. So there is a plan in place with moving in with my mom. Of course, it's strategic. I don't want to talk about what's going to happen in the future because, you know, I just don't want to jinx myself, I would say. So I'm going to bite my tongue on that. But there is a plan for me moving in with my mom, maybe for a couple of months. Who knows, it might be longer, just depending on what happens and how things play out. But one thing I did want to touch up on is, you know, taking steps back. And ultimately, I mean, we could all benefit from taking steps back because, you know, we could take two forward. Most people think that other people care about what they drive, where they live, what they do for a living. But at the end of the day, nobody gives really a crap what you're doing with your life. And that being said, we tend to not make the smartest financial decisions. And most of the time it's detrimental to our lives. But look, me moving in back with my mom, you know, I mean, I don't get to have this nice luxurious apartment anymore. I'm gonna sleep literally in my niece's bed, probably on the couch sometimes, but it's just what I have to do. And that's okay. And this is hard. This is hard. I've had a lot of hardships. Of course, it can always be worse. And I'm just embracing it. You want to go to sleep?
No, I want to go eat.
Okay, yeah, we're about to leave. We're gonna get you some food. We're gonna get you some grub. Let me ask you something, Sloan. Come here. Come here. So, Daddy sold the couch, right? Daddy sold the bar stools, right? Were you upset? Were you upset with me whenever you saw that they were gone? You were? Well, I'm sorry. But at least we got your little chair, a little cocoa melon chair. She's attached to this blanket. Okay, we're about to leave. We're about to leave right now, okay? Just 1 second and then we're out of here. We're gonna skedaddle. But yeah, I actually just picked her up for the weekend, and I had a 2-day route, so I slept in the truck last night and I got off early today, picked her up as soon as I got off, and here we are. But yeah, we're gonna go get her some food. And we're actually gonna go to the gym with cousin Chris, my boy cousin Chris. But she's gonna go hang out with my mom, her Grandma Cindy. We're gonna pick you up some food, okay? And yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so I fucking forgot my camera. Well, we got Chris here, cousin Chris.
How's it going?
He knows my situation about moving with my mom, back in with my mom, because I've been living like by myself for a little bit, but he actually did it himself not too long ago, and I just kind of wanted to ask him his perspective, you know, on how was it transitioning from living by yourself and then going to live back with your parents. So if you just want to touch up on that.
Yeah, man. So I mean, definitely a journey and a process, of course. You know, I mean, going from being so independent in a sense and just having all the freedom and not having to worry about really anyone else to going back with them, and then just kind of, although still have the freedom, you know, you're still like thinking of what they may be, you know, you're still living with them, so you're thinking of what they're thinking, you know, what they're doing, and then also having to just live in a household with people that are in such a different stage of your life and with such different belief systems. That was definitely a huge process, and something that I really had to just like accept and learn how to navigate through. I mean, like I'm 24, I have my whole entire life ahead of me, I have all these big goals and dreams and desires, and I'm trying to build and scale and all of these things, and they're you know, they're in their 50s, they're settled, they've lived in their lives for so long, you know, they're so like in their ways and everything. So it's literally just people living under the same household that are in entirely different stages of their lives. So that in itself right there is a huge just a huge like factor to all of it, you know. So I mean, having to do that, and then just consciously having to be aware of protecting my own energy, because like I said, I mean, I'm doing this, they're doing them, and for me to really just maximize what I'm trying to do, it would be a disservice to myself to try to explain all of that to them, you know, instead of just me simply acting on it and knowing that I'm just doing what I have to do, they're gonna do them, and they don't necessarily have to understand. And at the same time too, I know within me that what I'm doing is what I believe is what's best for myself and them too, you know, instead of me just settling in with them and you know, adopting their ways of thinking and their ways of life. I'm still trying to live my path and not let what they are doing or saying or thinking have really any bearing on me, you know, and not letting that get in the way, or not letting that hold me back, honestly.
Of course, you know, moving back in like with your parents could be a financially smart decision to make as well. Of course, you know, things aren't getting, you know, any easier today, so it's a lot harder to live, especially eat. You know, us boys, we got to eat, man.
Oh, gotta get that protein in. Come on.
Exactly, man. That shit ain't cheap. So that being said, I mean, of course, it's a financially smart decision to make, but also, this is gonna lead into another question I have for Chris. Did you care what like people thought of you moving back in with your parents, like going, you know, from just being independent, you know, all by yourself, you know, living on your own, and then going back, kind of taking a step back? Like, is that something that you cared about, or what's your perspective?
Yeah, man. I mean, I can't say that I didn't not care about it. You know, I mean, I'd like to think that, you know, I don't necessarily let what other people say or think have much of a bearing on me, but I can't say that wasn't a struggle. And like just saying, you know, because I'm surrounded by a lot of older people in what I do, you know, training and just everything really. And so like for me to have like such intellectual and mature and deep conversations with them, and then for me to explain that I also live with my parents, that was like, it took a little getting used to for sure. But I mean, I think it's just a matter of recognizing, you know, I'm on my path, you're on your path. This is just what my path is calling for at this time, and there's nothing wrong with that.
My shoulder's on fire. Yeah, well said, man. Well said. So we're actually about to go to the gym. I mean, we're at the gym, but we're gonna go inside. Chris kind of has a little bit of different like style of training. What would you call it?
I like to say I have a really holistic style of training and an approach to fitness, you know. I mean, I do about 85% of my training involves kettlebells, and I just love kettlebells because, for a lot of reasons, but just name a few. I think they're incredibly versatile. I mean, in one workout with a kettlebell, you could be enhancing your strength, your mobility, your stability, your conditioning, your power. So it's like, it's really an all-encompassing form of movement. It's been a crazy journey getting to know these kettlebells, and it's just been, it's been everything, man. It's been great, and just I'm looking forward to sharing this with people. Hopefully showing George some stuff today too, because I mean, I know that there is benefit in these kettlebells for you too, and everyone, no matter what you do, who you are, what age you are. I mean, I have a client that is 6 years old. Him and I do a bunch of kettlebell stuff. I have a client that's 13 years old. He plays baseball. Him and I do a bunch of kettlebell stuff. I mean, it's crazy, man. And the possibilities are endless. It promotes your creativity, you know, because I mean, there's just unlimited combinations of exercise that you could do with these kettlebells. So you just got to check them out, honestly.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna dabble a little bit into it. I'm gonna feel it, you know. I mean, you can't really bash something until you try it, right?
Exactly.
I've never really tried it. He's like tried to get me to try it. I mean, multiple times, and I'm just like, you know, I'm stick to what I know, because you know I kind of do more like just weights, you know, bodybuilding type, you know, lifting and stuff. Not saying that has nothing to do with what he's doing, but of course, let's try it out, you know, and see if I like it. I might just, you know, start off with it and then kind of transition into kind of what I normally do. So we're gonna get in there. We're gonna stretch.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna get warmed up, and then let's just see how it goes.
Get a sick pump.
I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling